Good morning, everyone. Hello, Lynette. Hello, Captain Kirk. Happy Tuesday morning. We are live from Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we are in Jumbo House. Welcome, welcome. Just taking in this beautiful resort. Feels weird streaming on a Tuesday, but yesterday's weather was kind of crazy, so I figured I'd play it safe and move the stream to Tuesday just to change things up a bit. And it really worked out because it was not the best weather yesterday at all. It rained pretty much all day, so I'm happy that now we're able to hang out here at Animal Kingdom Lodge and check out some animals. Hello, Lee. Hey, Shelby. Good morning, Peter. Welcome. So happy to be here. The weather is definitely clearing up today. We're gonna do a little Transformative Tuesday. You know how I feel about alliteration, so I had to have another T word for today. So we're gonna go for a walk outside in just a minute. I do wanna just take in this gorgeous lobby because, come on now. Hey, WDW Stream Finder. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. I haven't been in this resort in quite some time, and it's one of my favorites because there's beautiful animals that we can hang out with. Why not? And I just feel like the resort itself is so immersive. Super cool. Let's go outside. Ah, much better than yesterday. Shelby says her word this week, or words, are respect and kindness. I love that. Beautiful. So like I said, we normally live stream on Monday mornings for some Monday motivation, but today is Tuesday, so it's going to be a little Transformative Tuesday. Yesterday it was raining, but thank you for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that like button, please do. It helps push the stream out to more and more people, and we want to spread that positivity, especially on a Tuesday. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. You can hit the bell for all notifications so you know when we go live. And if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, that is also an option. You can go to learningwithlaw.com and check out the options that are right for you. It's a great way to support the channel. Look at these birds just taking a little nap, it looks like. Another great way to support the channel if you don't want to become a Patreon, you can also check out my Amazon wish list that's in the description down below. I have some really great book options in there if you want to donate a book. And maybe you'll even see that on a stream real soon. So it could be a book that maybe you're interested in reading and you just don't feel like it and you want some cliff notes. Yeah, send a book over and I will be sure to get that on the stream and we can talk about it. What kind of birds are these? They're tremendous. They're just taking a little nap, enjoying the morning. They look like headless birds. We love the animals. We're gonna see what other animals we can find. But if you are new to the channel, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you. If you were someone that's, ooh, that's hung out with me before, thanks so much for coming back. We're going to have a great stream today. I'm going to talk about 2 books. We're going to finish up our conversation about the little book of Lykke, which is spelt, ooh, look at this bird over here. It's spelled Lykke, but it's pronounced Lykke. So it's a book about happiness and how people all around the world create happiness. There is actually a company that does studies on happiness. So the author is involved in that. So he is writing about the different ways around the world that people experience happiness. So I found it to be a super interesting book. And we're also going to be taking a look at another book that I just started reading. It's called Good Vibes. Wait, I want to get the whole title for you. Good Vibes, Good Life, How Self-Love is the Key to Unlocking Your Greatness. And that book is by Vex King. So we're going to talk a little bit about that one and the little book of Lykke today. So we got a bird that's just visiting Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then we have some birds that are permanent residents of Animal Kingdom Lodge. Just hanging out. All right, let's go for a little walk. But I'm going to start the stream like I normally do. Please know that this is a judgment-free zone. If you have questions, comments, concerns, and you want to add them in the chat, by all means, join us in there. We have a really friendly group of people that engage in the chat. So there is no judgment. Come hang out with us. Join the discussion. Look at these beautiful rooms. Hey, Lady Kirk, good morning. And I do always mention that I am not an expert in this field. I am a certified English and special education teacher, but I have done so much reading and listening to podcasts, reading books and listening to podcasts about self-help, self-improvement. So I just like to share my insights with you. I'm not trying to impose any type of thinking on you, but I am trying to encourage maybe a new way of thinking or a shift in mindset. So what I like to say is take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you. The Shamrock Turtle says, such a great morning. Like and subscribe. Yes, please do. I love this resort because it has like all these little cute little nooks and crannies, little areas that you can come and hang out, take some great photos, and just get a view of the animals. I'm not really seeing any out on this side, except for those birds. As I walk through a spider web, I cannot afford to getting any more spider bites. I have like a really weird bite on my leg that is just finally starting to go away. I had to use a prescription cream to get rid of that. So I cannot afford to get any more insect bites. Hey, Christina G. Good morning, Learning with Law. Going to a hiring invite on Friday in hopes for a job. Well, good luck to you. That's so exciting. It's an exciting time to look for a new job. I love that. New opportunities are coming your way, Christina. Can't wait to hear all about it. People are just starting to wake up. The sun is already rising. It's rising earlier and earlier every day. I love this time of year. It says, please do not climb, but you know what? I'm gonna climb for a second because I wanna see, can we see any animals? Where are they? Ah, here are some. We got some wildebeest hanging out over there. Honestly, they look like rocks and trees to me. I don't know if you could see them. Right there. Looks like they're taking a nap too. All these animals are a little sleepy this morning. Oh, and I don't know if you could see way in the distance, way back there, there's actually a zebra. And then I forget the name of this animal, and of course it's going behind the tree. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer. Ugh. But is it a waterbuck? It might be a waterbuck. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, you're like up in the sky there. Right over there. Again, kind of hard to see. I know we're a little far away. But the animals are just starting to wake up, just like us. And I'm actually really glad we're doing a stream on a Tuesday, because I have like a theory for every day of the week. It's kind of a weird thing, but Mondays, I've always been motivated on a Monday, right? You're a fresh start to the week, ready to tackle it head on, right? Wednesday, oh, you're in the middle of the week, just a few more days, you got this, it's hump day. Thursday is Friday Eve, okay? So you're like excited for the weekend to come. Friday, obviously, a great day. Saturday, you're enjoying the weekend. Sunday, you're kind of unwinding. But Tuesday, I don't really know what to say about Tuesday. But that's why I'm glad we're doing a transformative Tuesday stream, just to kind of keep the momentum going throughout the week. But let's zoom out, take a beautiful look at the sky. And what I sometimes do on my streams is give you a little quiet moment, because I acknowledge you for being here and taking time out of your day to start out on a positive note. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be silent for a few seconds, have you admire the beauty of this resort, maybe reflect on some things that you want to happen this week, kind of put those manifestations in your mind. So think about what type of week do you want to have this week? Yeah. Please don't climb. I'm gonna climb. Well, you know what? I'm short, okay? And I want to give you guys a good experience, a good viewing experience. So that's the way it's got to be. Shelby says Taco Tuesday. Ah, that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah. Adventures by Carney. Good morning. Shannon says, good morning. I saw this stream was coming on, so I got myself out of bed and working out. Yes, I love it. Love it, love it. See, sometimes we just need a Tuesday pick-me-up, you know? It worked out. It worked out with the rain yesterday. Love that. So we are going to do a little tour. We're going to walk around Jumbo House. We're going to go into Kadani Village and see what kind of animals we could spot. I'm not sure if we're going to get the best view of the sunrise, but there's tons to see and tons to do here. Oh, look at this. Disney's butterfly conservation. So it looks like these flowers attract some beautiful butterflies. I love that. It's another thing I really, really love about Animal Kingdom Lodge is not just the animals, but also like the foliage and just the whole atmosphere. It's just breathtaking. We love it. Ooh, okay. Peter might be doing a live stream later today at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So if you haven't already subscribed to his channel, Adventures by Carney, head on over there after the stream and subscribe. Yeah, it's a great resort to hang out at. for sure. But let's see if we can walk around another part of the resort, back inside. And then we're gonna talk more about these amazing books that I've been reading. Can we get to... No, I wanna go this way, okay. And for some reason it smells like wood burning in here, but I'm sure they're making breakfast, maybe on a wood fire grill or something. But it smells so good. I've never actually had breakfast at any of the Animal Kingdom Lodge resorts. At least I don't think I have. There's a fireplace right there. Yeah, but I don't think it's from that, Peter. I think it's from like the breakfast area. Because the closer I get to the breakfast, the stronger it is. Love this cute little lounge too. Have a little mocktail and a little appetizer, and it overlooks Bulma. I'm gonna go out those doors in just a second. Yeah, we should definitely do breakfast here, Peter. Give me one moment. We're gonna have a nice little view. BRB. Here we go. Oh my gosh, the breakfast does look good over there. It does look pretty tasty. We're gonna go outside. Here's Chico. Ooh, haven't been to Chico in a long time. But they have a great menu. A little pricey, but some really, really great food if you haven't checked out Chico. All right, let's go outside. Love a good water feature. All right, so like I said, we're going to talk about some of the books that I've been reading recently. The little book of Lykke, which I was talking about before, is actually about happiness and how people around the world experience happiness. So if you want to know a little bit more about the background of that, you can check out last week's stream, after this stream, of course. But I kind of want to wrap up that book and talk about some of the things that occurred in the end of it. Look at these huge leaves, though. Like, that's pretty cool. But I'm going to jump right into it. And it said, according to a World Happiness Report in 2015, I know it's a little bit dated, but it says a successful society is one in which people have a high level of trust in each other. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Having that trust within a community, your close group of friends, and obviously in relationships, is one that can help inspire some happiness, right? You can't really be happy unless you feel a sense of trust in your close network. So it says social trust spurs a sense of life satisfaction, which is going to give you that overall happy feel. Look at this duck. He has the pool all to himself. Big fan of Disney ducks. Big fan. And Pete and I stayed here, actually. We had a little staycation, and we were surprised to see that the pool doesn't really open. I think they open at either 10 or 11 or something like that, which I thought was pretty late for a resort pool. But like now would be a nice time to go for a dip when nobody's here. Something they also mention in the book is the idea of loyalty, right? And being loyal to people that are not present in the moment, right? So avoiding gossiping and things like that. Yeah, pool hours, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. It is open later, but open at 10 a.m. Hey, Stephen Noon. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And they also talk about the idea of like being trustworthy. It's a valuable asset, both in our own life and the lives of other people that we care about. So if we are able to be trustworthy, people find that they can confide in you. They feel like they can trust you, obviously. I don't know if I can get around this way. And it establishes that sense of community, right? And just makes you feel more connected with people. And in turn, that's going to make you happier. And we talked about this a lot last week too, the idea of connection, right? And having that community. We talked about different ways of building communities, even if we might not have one. But that kind of goes hand in hand, right? And being able to be trustworthy, to be someone that other people can confide in and they feel like you're being loyal to them and not gossiping about them, right? It's going to establish that sense of community, which again is going to connect back to your happiness. Look at this flamboyance. So many flamingos, my goodness. Ooh. Wow. They're losing their minds. Beautiful views. I mean, if you haven't already hit that like button, do it for the flamingos. We got the sunrise right behind them. Perfect timing. And then we have a little duck joining in on the party. Another really interesting insight that they talk about in the book, again, connecting with the idea of community, loyalty, and trustworthiness. If you focus on empathy and collaboration, right, that's going to also enhance your happiness. And they mention just because you win or another person is winning, right, it doesn't mean that I lose. So people feel like they're always in competition with those around them. And if that person is winning, that you can't win either. But there's no capacity on winning, right? Everybody can win. So just shifting your mindset about that, you're not always in constant competition with those around you. Everybody can win. Lee says, I'll hit the like button for an ostrich sighting. Oh, I don't know about that. If I see an ostrich, I am going the opposite direction. I am not a huge fan of the ostrich. So they say turn competition into cooperation. Love that. They probably just got fed, these flamingos. They are very, very active. Well, let's keep walking. Let's get closer to that sunrise. Thank you, Shelby. Shelby says, be sure to hit the thumbs up and share it out and subscribe. Thank you. Share it out. Especially if something's resonating with you, you want to share it with others. Another takeaway from the book is that we're not all that different. We just had different starting points. That, I think, is amazing. I love that insight. We're not all that different. We just had different starting points. And that's so important to keep in mind. And I always talk about on the stream that, everybody has their own story. Everybody's going through something. So just being mindful of the fact that, everybody has different perspectives because of what they've gone through. Ooh, we see some zebras. I'm being blinded by the sun right now, but let's see if we can get a better angle so you can see the zebra. Way back there by the truck. I don't know if you could see. Also the sun. Ooh, the poly next week. That is an idea, Shelby. Maybe I'll do that. Because honestly, the sunrise at the poly is really something else. So yeah, maybe we'll head over to the poly. Thanks for the suggestion. I appreciate it. Because it's always a Sunday night where I turn and look at Pete and say, where should I stream tomorrow? So thank you. And we're definitely going to go hop over to Kidani. So we're going to continue touring Jumbo House a little bit, and then we're going to take a little stroll. Oh, you can see my shadow. This is when I appear to be tall. Look at that. I feel like a giant. The book also gives you little happiness tips throughout all of its wisdom in the book. So this one was find ways to bring happiness to others through acts of kindness. Right? We all have heard of random acts of kindness, doing something, going out of your way for someone else. They actually said the area of our brains that is activated in response to food or pleasure also lights up when we think about giving money to charity. I think that's super interesting, right? Wanting to do something for other people activates that same part of your brain as when you think about food or something that is pleasurable. Hey, when I think about food, I get very excited. So if I can get that same excitement for donating to a charity, right? We're gonna get that same fulfillment. I think that's super cool. A lot of things I could be screenshotting right now because look at this beautiful flower. Lynette says, I always feel happiest when I'm giving to others. I love that. They also said people who volunteer are happier than those who don't. Volunteering can lead to more social relationships and friendships. Super true, right? If you're going out and doing these charitable things, you're volunteering somewhere, right? You're going to meet a network of people that have similar interests, that are definitely on the same, wavelength as you. They have a similar mindset. They want to help people. So you're going to be more open to building those relationships. And again, connection leads to happiness. Oh, let's take a look at this. So we have our daily adventures here at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So we have some resort activities that I always like to showcase. Family fitness fun. Enjoy singing and dancing. Oh, what about yoga? This would be a good spot for some yoga. I'm not seeing any here. But I love this, the Jumbo House Lobby Art Tour. That's pretty cool. Meet a guide at the Medallion and learn about the largest private collection of African art outside of Africa. I love that. Love learning new things. Super cool. Something else, yeah, Saratoga has the yoga. I feel like other resorts should have it too. Why not? Another happiness tip that they talked about was they say, don't ask, just help, right? We find that sometimes people are going through a tough time and we're like, anything you need, let me know. Reach out to me. But I feel like people don't like to ask for help, right? We all are in this situation where we're like, no, I'm independent, or you don't want to, impose or ask people. So if you know that about yourself, that could be the same with other people. So if somebody is going through a rough time, or they even mentioned in the book, if you see someone shoveling snow and you're on your way home and you happen to see them, instead of saying, hey, like, need any help, let me know, just grab a shovel and start helping, because that is going to increase your happiness. It's going to help build those relationships. And, we, all around, we're just going to create that cycle of happiness. All right, so let's figure out where we're going next. The other day, Peter and I were driving to grab some lunch, and we look over and we see this car on the side of the road, and people were pushing it to the nearest parking lot. And Pete's like, I gotta get out and help. I'm like, oh, here we go, Peter, being a nice guy. So we pulled over, he gets out and starts pushing the car. So he didn't ask, he just jumped in and helped. So that I thought was very kind, and the people were very appreciative. So wherever you can, extend your help and support is going to, help to build those social interactions, build that connection. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make the other people feel good as well. So kudos to Peter, helping people out. I love that. So breakfast at Bulma starts at 7:30 a.m. and goes until 11:30, and it looks so good. Definitely have to be coming back here for some breakfast. All right, so we're gonna take one last look at the lobby, and we're gonna head outside so we can walk over to the adjoining house. Take a look at the animals on that side. Go on a little nature walk. What do we think? Get those steps in on a Tuesday. And I haven't even started talking about my Good Vibes book yet. I'm so excited to share that with you. People are up and at 'em. This is when the resort comes alive. One last look. Oh. Absolutely gorgeous lobby. All right, we're gonna go outside. And I really wish that I could join Adventures by Carney today in going to Disney's Animal Kingdom, but I have to work. I'm so sad. It's my favorite park ever. Good morning. And yeah, I wish I could be there too, but I have lots of work to do today. All right, we're gonna go on a little trail. Let's see if we could spot some animals outside of the resort. Why not? We are out here in nature. We're gonna embrace it. All right, something that I thought was super interesting is that, actually, let's go this way so we're not in a parking lot. I think this is a faster route anyway. We, as human beings, we love to complain, all right? So we complain because we want to appear smarter, and they talk a lot about that in the book. If we're complaining about something, it basically shows like we are aware of like how much better it could be, right? Or if we're complaining about a person, we want to appear that we are better than that person, which doesn't make it right, but they're just explaining the psychology behind it. But we're hardwired to focus on negative events because of evolution, right? We're, when we evolve and when in nature, we want to make sure that we're always looking out for ourselves so that we're not, back in the caveman time, we're not getting killed, right? So you're going to remember those negative events so that you're on guard and able to protect yourself. Yes, so Peter, they are just like giving you a pat on the back. Kudos to you because you helped those people the other day push the car. Remember when they were struggling on the side of the road? And then just to wrap up that point, if you can remember incidents that have led to danger in the past, you'll be more likely to survive. So that just kind of shows that connection there of like why we like to complain, but we really should focus on happier things, right? But understanding the psychology behind like complaining and knowing that like it is part of human nature gives you that awareness, and then you're able to fix that moving forward. No worries, Peter. Yeah, so if you are staying at either Jumbo House or Kidani Village, just know you also have access to the other resort, so you can walk. There's a little trail. It's really not that far of a walk. We're going right now, so you can see how long it takes. But it is nice. They make the path for you, and you get the beautiful foliage. You get a little paved paradise view of the parking lot. But by the time you get to the other resort, you are just happy to be there, right? And it tells you, they give you little signs, you know where you're going. Everything is great. So the next book that we're going to talk about is called Good Vibes, Good Life: How Self-Love is the Key to Unlocking Your Greatness by Vex King. Okay? And right, Lynette? I thought that was interesting too. And it makes sense, right? You're going to remember those negative things because you needed that in order to survive, right? You want to make sure you're like banking those, okay, so I know in the future, this is what's going to protect me and help me survive in the future. Okay, so this book, I am about a quarter of the way through, and I like it. It is a very easy read. So if you're someone that is wanting to get into reading more nonfiction, you're someone that has a hard time kind of getting into the self-help arena, right? One of my friends, she's like, I don't know how you read all these nonfiction books. It's just not for me. I can't get into it. So if that's you might really enjoy this book because I feel like it's super approachable. It's a fast read, doesn't require any like analytics. It is just very straightforward, which I like. I do feel like as someone who has read many self-improvement, self-help books, I think that some of it is repetitive just because I know, I don't want to say a lot of things. There are things that I am learning, which is why I have my cards filled out for you guys. But I just feel like some of it is things that I have read before. So it's nothing super radical. But again, I'm only a quarter of the way through, so maybe that changes. But I think it's a really great beginner nonfiction self-help, self-improvement book. So if you're someone that is looking for that, great book. If you're someone who is like me that reads a lot of these, it is also a really great bite-size refresher of some things that you might already know. But there are things, of course, that I've learned as well. I have a lot of takeaways, so I'm going to share those with you. And yeah, I hope you like them. Hey, Alex, good morning. So, and then just talking about the whole idea of like self-love too, I think is so important because it's something that I feel like we all struggle with from time to time. And I always mess this up. I think I should have went that way to get up there. But there is a way. I just don't want to go through the parking garage because that's not really fun. Oh, okay. I can go this way, I think. So they give a little definition in the book. Self-love is the balance between accepting yourself as who you are while knowing you deserve better and working towards it. I love that. So it's not just saying, okay, this is how I am and I love myself this way and I'm never going to change. It's, okay, I accept me for being me right now, but knowing that, you can always improve, right? And you can work towards that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with where you are right now. But as human beings, I firmly believe that we should be growing and learning every single day. That's just one of my values, right? And it might not be the same for everyone, and that's okay, but that's just something that I firmly believe. All right, let me get past the bus and then we'll continue to talk. So yeah, not really a long walk from one resort to the next, which is nice. I love that they have these two like little shelter in case it is raining, right? And you're waiting for the bus. Just hang out here. And you can look on the map. It tells you where you are. Kadani Village, Jumbo House, pretty close together. It shows you where Sanaa is because that's super important. We love Sanaa. Lynette says, I think there's always room for growth and improvement. Absolutely. Okay. I have to go this way. Ooh. Okay. All right. They also broke down the definition of self-love a little bit more. It's number one, unconditional love towards yourself. That makes sense, right? There's no conditions. So when you appreciate where you are and who you are, regardless of any transformation you aspire to. So again, going back to that, accepting you for you and where you are right now. And then the second piece is that growth aspect, right? Taking action. So recognizing that you deserve more than settling for mediocrity. Oh my goodness, here we go. Gorgeous. Let's have a moment for this Disney houseware section here. I love these plates with the Mickey ears, how cute. Hey Kelsey, welcome. We're gonna go to the Outlook really quick and then we'll head outside. But while we're in here, might as well go outside for a brief moment up here so we can get a glance at the savannah. See if we can spot any animals. And then we're gonna head down. Let's see. Okay, Lee, now you can hit that like button because I see an ostrich and it's far enough away where I'm not afraid. I don't know if you can see it. All the way over there, we got an ostrich. Yeah, Lady Kirk, I love the housewares too, super cute. Hey, Debbie Diaz, Learning with Love. First time seeing your amazing channel and first time subscriber today. Hey, thanks, welcome. Thanks for being here. Kelsey's been traveling. Hey, Spaceship Earth 2.0. Welcome. All right, this is a weird angle, so I'm gonna head outside and get down on the ground there. Plus, I feel like people are having a moment out there, nice and quiet, and I just come out yelling. No, they're just having a moment, quiet moment away from their families. All right. Spaceship Earth, yes, I love Epcot. Big Disney fan right here. And if you have never eaten at Sanaa, what are you waiting for? Truly one of my favorite restaurants on property. So delicious. Hey, Theme Park Dad, good morning. WDW Stream Finder, gotta fly. Thank you once again, Lauren, for a beautiful start to the day and things to be aware of as my day goes along. Absolutely, thanks for being here. Debbie, I actually normally stream on Monday mornings for Monday motivation, but I got rained out yesterday, so we're streaming today. So it's normally at least once a week, sometimes more depending on how my schedule works. Bulma, the buffet, awesome at Animal Kingdom Lodge as well. Yes, we were just taking a look at that a little bit earlier. So yeah, I would love to try some Bulma breakfast. It is gorgeous out today. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we postponed yesterday to today because the weather is so much nicer. And we did get to see some animals earlier. Well, we got this ostrich walking around back there. But even just like the savannah in general looks just so gorgeous. All right, so we're talking about self-love. And what I love about this book is they talk, obviously it's called Good Vibe, but they talk about vibrations, right? All matter and energy is vibrational by nature. And they break this down a little bit too. I love this. This is actually something new that I hadn't read in any other book. Just the way that they explain it and talk about it is super, super interesting. But they mentioned that for reality to be perceived, we have to be vibrationally compatible with it. So your vibes need to match up. So that is something that like I've just instinctually known, right? When I first meet people, I'm all about the vibes. If something feels off, you know, I'm a little cautious around that person. I'm a big vibes person. So I just sense certain things. So they talk about in the book the science and psychology behind it, which I find super fascinating. So I was like, oh my goodness, finally, I'm actually learning about the things that I've been feeling for so long. So it's kind of interesting to see that. Spaceship Earth, no worries. A lot of people have not read the books. We're just sharing some info. I'm giving you the cliff notes. And they mention your emotions show a true reflection of your energy. Again, that makes sense, right? What you're projecting out there into the world is going to be a reflection of your vibes and your vibration. Ooh, these beautiful flowers. They say, be around people who are feeling better than you are. That's going to raise your vibrational frequency. By changing our state, by changing our outer state, we can change our inner state, right? All energy is contagious. And I feel like everybody's experienced that in their life, right? If you're around somebody that is in a bad mood, suddenly you're not feeling so good, right? Energy is contagious. So it's important to like be aware of that, because if you're always in a bad mood or you feel bad vibes when you're hanging out with a particular person or group of people, it's important to set those boundaries and be aware of that, because you can change it at any moment. This was amazing too. Every thought and every word holds a powerful vibration. So obviously, for those that know me, I'm an English teacher, right? And words are so important to me. I feel like they hold a lot of power, right? Some people on the opposite end of the spectrum will say something like, words are just words, you attach meaning to it, they don't mean anything. But as an English teacher, I know, right? We have the denotation of a word, which is the dictionary definition, what we assign meaning to, and we also have the connotation, so how the word is used in context. That is super powerful because we can use words interchangeably depending on the effect that we're trying to give. So words are emotionally charged. They do have a vibration. So the thoughts that you think, whether they're positive or negative, are going to have an impact on you. The words that you speak out into the universe are going to have an impact on the people around you and yourself. Oh, Spaceship Earth. Your grandma was an English teacher too. Look at that. Love that. You were meant to be here. Good morning. All right, let's try and get to the other side. So there is a pool here that we have to walk outside to get to, and then they have some other animals, so I want to check that out. Love these huge windows because you can see out even if you're not in the mood to go outside. This is a great spot actually too if it is raining. It's really cool to see the rain come down, the animals outside grazing. It's just like a great spot to watch thunderstorms. Love the weather here in Florida, but look at these beautiful chandeliers too in here. That's why I love Disney. You have to look up, down, all around, and really just take in all the ambiance, the atmosphere. All right, so this is how you get to the pool. Gotta walk outside a little bit, but they actually have a really great pool bar. They have really great food that you can get here too. The chef that works at Savannah actually prepares the food for the pool bar, which I didn't know until I stayed here. So they had some great quick service selections that were actually pretty healthy. Yes, Kelsey. Absolutely perfect. So glad that we postponed yesterday's stream to today. It really worked out. This book also talks about your ego, and I've mentioned this in past streams before as well, but your ego is your self-image created by thought, and that's your thought, right? It's your social mask, so it's who or how you identify yourself and present yourself to the world. And they mention that your ego constantly requires validation because it lives in fear of losing its sense of identity. So whether you know it or not, you are trying to protect this ego or this social mask that you've created. Actually, for those that have been with the channel for a while, you might remember that I made a short of working out here in this gym, Survival of the Fittest. It was so hot the day I was here. The AC didn't work. They only had fans, and I was like melting away. It is a tiny gym, but I thought it was cool because you can kind of see, there's windows all around, so you can see out, and I liked that. But yeah, so that video was a short from a long time ago of me sweating in this gym. But I love the name, Survival of the Fittest. Our ego always wants to feel safe, significant, and adored, right? We're always seeking that instant gratification. It wants to feel more powerful than other people. That's why some people are in constant competition with others. They feel like they have something to prove. That is your ego coming out, right? And that's not necessarily who you are. That's just what your thoughts have created. That does not define you. I love this line. It kind of got into the idea of what you're putting into your body, whether it be food or drinks. Sorry, they're cast members hard at work. But what you consume consumes you, and what consumes you controls your life. I loved that. I loved that so much. So I'll say it again. What you consume consumes you. What consumes you controls your life. All right. What animals do we have here? We have some birds and some birds over there. And I don't know the types of birds that they are. Do they have it on this thing? The ground hornbill. I don't see the water buck here, and I don't see the okapi. So it must be the ground hornbill that are back there. They're kind of hard to see, but they're hanging around. Oh, it looks like there's a turkey back there too, like just waddling around. I know it's hard to see, But this is a cute little spot too that not many people know about, right? So the pool and the pool bar are over there. Pool's back there, pool bar's here. It's not open yet, but you can kind of come over here, sit, enjoy some shade or refuge from the rain, and take a look at the animals. Oh, these birds are, ooh. Wow. Very noisy. I don't know if you know this, but maybe it's just me not being as tech savvy, but apparently you can take pictures of birds on your iPhone and there's a thing that like identifies the type of bird that it is. This is like, it's blown my mind recently because I didn't know you could do that. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you can, and it's super cool. Take a picture of a bird, and then when you open up that picture and like scroll down, there's like a little way to scroll down, it'll identify the bird for you, which is super, super cool. Plants too, yes, I did. Oh my goodness, I did learn that. And this has probably been around for a while and I just had no idea, but I love that. And now, you know, it's a love-hate thing with birds and me, as many of you know. But now at least I can identify the birds that are attacking me. That's pretty cool. Not when I'm on a stream though. Lynette says, my daughter-in-law does that for birds and plants. Yeah, didn't know that. Didn't know. Oh, Christina G, that's good. Cooling towels work. That would have been nice. I didn't think of that day. But yes, I was sweating in that gym. All right, let's continue to walk. Let's see what else we see. It is going to be a little bit loud because the amazing cast members are hard at work, power washing, getting the resort ready for all of the guests. Let's just take a little quick look at the pool. I know we're surpassing an hour at this point, so I am going to walk towards the other resort. Let's see what else we can see here though before we head in that direction. Again, the pool opens at 10. I feel like that's a little bit late. I don't know. Ooh. This was a great pool area though. I loved it because I thought that there was like some spots where you can get some shade over here. I don't know, super fun. I love a good pool at a resort, you know? Just makes me happy. So this Good Vibes book also talks about gratitude. And they mention that when you are practicing gratitude, you should imagine how different your life would be without that particular thing that you're showing thanks for. Because I feel like sometimes we kind of get in a gratitude rut, I guess I could say, where you're like, yeah, I'm thankful for my family and my friends and my health. Like if you're practicing gratitude every day, you might say, okay, this is getting a little repetitive now, right? Hold on. And it might feel a little bit forced, but if you change the way you're looking at gratitude and you think to yourself, and they gave this example in the book, right? That somebody was grateful that they had a car. And they're like, yeah, I'm grateful for my car. And they're like, okay, well, why are you grateful for the car? I don't know, it gets me from point A to point B. And then they ask the question, okay, well, what if you didn't have a car? Well, I couldn't drive my daughter to school every day. Well, what would that do for you? Well, I wouldn't be able to bond with my daughter. She'd have to take the bus to school every day. Okay, and what would that mean? Well, sometimes you get bullied on the bus or you don't have those bonds with your daughter. So then the person started realizing, okay, this car does more for me than take me from point A to point B, right? So it's imagining what your life would be like without that thing. How would that impact you? And then that really kind of jumpstarts that gratitude for you. Like, oh, wow, this does have more of an impact than I thought it would, right? And then you'll be more genuine about when you're experiencing that gratitude. So I thought that was an interesting spin, because yes, if you're someone who practices gratitude every single day, and thinks of things that you're thankful for, you're grateful for, it does get a little repetitive, because you're like, okay, I am always grateful for these things, but now just kind of looking at it in a different way enhances that gratitude and kind of magnifies it for you a little bit. I thought I could walk out this way, and I just thought it looked pretty, so it's a dead end though, unless I want to go around the thing again. My shoes are squeaky. Shamrock Turtle says, it's like a kickstart for gratitude mindset. Like that, yep. Debbie, how are you today? I am doing fantastic. My day has been so good so far. Let's walk this way. The book also mentions that the universe is abundant in all areas. The illusion of fear is that the only limitation we have, right? That illusion of fear. Fear keeps you limited, but the universe is abundant. Ooh, let's look over here. This is so pretty, even though we're in a parking lot, you know? Just like so gorgeous. Love Florida. We love it. Another thing to keep in mind, study your emotions. Be present when you're experiencing a certain emotion, right? If you ignore negative emotions, it's like keeping poison in your system. You want to try to learn and understand everything that you're feeling, because if a venomous thought sits deep within your mind, it will reappear when you experience a similar situation in the future. That, I think, is huge, especially when it comes to trauma, because even if you're not experiencing that same traumatic event again, if you experience something similar or something that will trigger a similar response, it's going to keep happening unless you're sitting with that emotion and understanding why it's there. I found that to be super, super fascinating, right? So if you're ignoring those negative emotions, you're pushing them away, you're numbing them. We talked about different ways of numbing in past streams, right? If you're doing all of that and you're not actually sitting with those emotions and feeling them and embracing them, it's going to reappear, and it's going to, bring upon that same type of negative feeling again. I thought I heard something down here. So they say to transform negative emotions, you have to first identify the emotion, okay? Identify what you're feeling. And then challenge yourself. Why do you feel this way? What thoughts are responsible for this? Because a lot of the time, it's a thought that sparks that emotion. And what are the beliefs we have? And are they based on misconception, exaggeration, and opinions imposed on us by other people? Again, more things to consider. So we need to question the validity of our thoughts, right? Because not every thought that we have is factual. Peter says, subscribe. Yes. Please like, please subscribe. Please share the stream. There are some very active animals here. I know we're at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but like this area is right off the road, but I'm loving it. Sounds like frogs and birds and I don't know what else. Another thing to transform that emotion is to understand and appreciate the deeper meaning behind the emotion and use that as an opportunity for growth. So we can replace disempowering thoughts with empowering ones. So you can ask yourself, how can I view or do things differently to help myself feel better and live a greater life? I know that's not your first thought when you're having a very negative emotion, but, right, if you're able to sit with this emotion, identify it, and ask yourself questions about it, like, why am I feeling this way? Is this coming from my thoughts? Is it coming from the people around me, right? If you're able to sit with that and just be reflective on that emotion, it's going to help you transform it and understand it better. And the fifth way of transforming it is to visualize yourself handling the emotion you're currently feeling in the future. So how can you picture yourself dealing with that emotion again later on in a positive way? All right, so that's manifesting that emotion in a different way. I love that. Oh my God! Hey! Look who it is!
Top of the morning, everybody.
It's Peter!
I would have been here sooner, but my car wouldn't start this morning. I know it was the rain, but it's right. We're here now. Good morning, everyone. Like and subscribe.
So exciting!
Isn't it?
I'm so excited. Yeah, I was literally just about to take a moment to say goodbye, and then you pop here.
And that was my fear. I was like, I gotta get there before she says goodbye, because I tried, and I had the car issues, but I was like, I'm gonna make it. I manifested that I would make it before you do. Oh my gosh. Here, keep walking. Do your thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm really enjoying this
show the tennis courts area too? Show that
No.
before I say goodbye.
All right. Ahead. I'm gonna show this tennis course. I love this because people just drive by it, and this is like, it's so beautiful.
Where Shrek lives, and no one realizes it's right here on Disney property.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's really just beautiful. And like, this is like the true animal kingdom, right?
Sounds like Bulma's over there.
Lots of sounds happening here. But thanks for joining. Look at that's so fun. Yeah, hey Bill.
I got suntan lotion on my face.
Suntan lotion, look at you.
I'm not supposed to be on camera. I'm just here as a hello.
Yeah.
I want to come say hi in the morning.
Well, that's really sweet. Are you gonna go stream right from here?
No, I have to take care of some other work stuff, and I got that Zoom call for work at 11. But maybe after that, so maybe around 12 o'clock, noon, 1. Afternoon stream in Animal Kingdom. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Adventures by Carney.
Adventures by Carney. Go check him out after the stream. And he's going to go live from Disney's Animal Kingdom.
I was inspired by your stream this morning.
Oh,
I gotta go
wow.
back to Animal Kingdom.
Look at that. It's just so lovely. Like, I'm truly enjoying this morning. Like, yesterday morning it would have been a little gloomy, but today...
No,
look
definitely
at this.
A better morning. This is
look
gorgeous.
at this.
And it's cool. It hasn't gone below 70 even overnight for a few weeks. And driving here, it was 68, and it was like perfect. I had the windows down. Haven't done that in forever.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I just love all the greenery here. And look at this. These just went up. These. No?
Not those, the other ones, but
okay.
These are just well hidden.
Yeah, but like, could you imagine living right there? Oh yeah, okay. But look at all this green. Come on now. Ooh. Yeah, and this is nice too. They have these. Oh, there's a little shuffleboard. There's
a meetup spot. We're doing
a
little, grilling over here.
Yeah.
Big tables. Shuffleboard. Basketball court. Tennis courts. And I know you love greenery and water. You're right on this beautiful pond.
Yeah. Who doesn't love greenery and water? Shuffleboard. But you have to go inside and grab the supplies.
Yeah, they don't charge you. You can go just rent
Yeah.
What you need.
Rent what you need. So lovely. Yeah, I love that they have this, and not many people realize it's here. This would be a perfect morning to do. Oh my God, how cute. This would be a perfect morning. It's not too hot. You want to get here either early in the morning or later in the evening, because it does get hot during the day. Got the tennis courts. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I never came over here. All this green.
They recently just repainted these with the pickleball lines.
Yeah, it makes sense. I love the benches that they have in here too for people like me, a little spectator. Scorekeeper, sure.
Carney.
Yeah, sure, exactly. Whatever points you tell me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I am going to say goodbye. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I really hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please consider subscribing, hit that bell for all notifications. And Peter is commenting from literally right over there. If you're interested in any type of coaching, whether it be group coaching, one-on-one coaching, you can check out my Patreon at learningwithlaw.com or patreon.com/learningwithlaw. If you are interested in that, or hey, you can check out my Amazon wish list down below in the caption. If you're interested in maybe supporting the channel by purchasing a book for me that I can talk about on a stream, that would be great. And I appreciate all of you for being here, taking time out of your morning just for you to learn something positive and jumpstart your day. Thank you so much for being here and being a positive light in my morning. Appreciate you, and thanks for being flexible about the day switching for the stream. Thank you to Adventures by Carney for being here. If you want to check out his stream later on today, Adventures by Carney, subscribe, like Animal Kingdom.
Do all the things here though. This is all about. Okay. She's awesome.
Well, thank you, and remember, you were meant to be here, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you all next week. It will be a Monday, and yeah, we'll talk more about my Good Vibes book. All right, so thank you. Yes, Lee, did you see the dude's calves? You can see them. I don't know if you could see them from here, but thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Oh, the Real Brits of Florida. Hey, just subscribe. Thanks so much. All right, guys, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.